Hey ladies, here are some solid strategies on how to be a woman that cannot lose. A woman who cannot lose knows how to get up from anything that tries to knock her down. A woman who cannot lose does not take no for an answer. A woman who does not lose learns how to be 1% better every single day and doesn't give her enemies the satisfaction of rolling over and dying. Because if you guys know anything about destiny swapping, bullying, harassment, or any of the above, you know that ultimately the goal is that you die. And if you didn't know that, I'm here to let you know. People don't want to just see you hurt. If you're dealing with gang stalking, bullying, harassing, even if there's a group smear campaign, one or two people in that group is hoping that you would off yourself. And I'm sorry if that's a little graphic or too much, but someone needs to hear this today. It's not a joke and it's not a game. People want blood. People want to see you out of here. People don't want you to stand up after getting knocked down. Okay? And they're so weak and so small that they have to work in groups to try to come up against you. But what they don't realize is strong women cannot lose. Strategic women cannot lose. And women on this channel will never lose because we have strategies and we have systems in place to better ourselves whenever we are attacked by low vibrational witches, okay? So one of the first strategies I want to talk about is standing up after you get knocked down. Learning to stand up is a skill. There are going to be times in life where things are going to hit you like a ton of bricks. People and their games and their nonsense and their mess are going to throw you off your course. And it's designed to, right? And it's meant to put you down. It's meant to sit you down for life. If they try hard enough, their goal is that you never recover. And there are some ugly, disgusting people in this world that will go to extreme lengths because for whatever reason, they've targeted you because of the beauty in your aura, your physical beauty, your light that you carry. Maybe you have an anointing and a calling on your life. You know, demons can pick up on those things, okay? People who attack you for no reason, we're going to call it spade a spade. They are operating with a demon in them, okay? They're operating with Satan. And so if someone is attacking you, they're hoping to sit you down. The way that you never lose and how to be a woman who cannot lose is to never sit down for too long. No one said you can't cry and have your feelings. Have your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Sob and weep if you need to, but my God, stand up. Stand up. At some point, you're going to have to stand up and use the feelings that you're feeling that are negative to fuel your next level up. Every time I get burned by somebody, I cry for a day or two, maybe a little longer depending on the situation. But I always get excited toward the tail end of my my crying and my purging because I know that what I'm dealing with and what I've just endured is about to put a fire under my ass to shit on these people. It puts a fire under me to be like, oh my God, I'm about to make you wish you never did this. I'm about to get so much better at whatever I'm doing, at whatever you tried to stop me from doing, that you're going to gag. When you come around and check on me a few months from now, a year from now, and you see that your efforts, the blood, sweat, and tears that you could have put into bettering your life, that you put into trying to destroy me, only made me better. That is what kills bullies. That is what kills mean girls and narcissists and wicked people and people who are being operated by demons, is you being able to stand up. Women who know how to stand up after getting knocked down cannot lose. And I'm proud to be one of those women. Is it easy? Absolutely not. Will you deal with depression? Will you deal with anxiety? Absolutely. Does that mean you stay in that position and you stay in those feelings? No. Because if you do, you will lose and you will give these people what they want. Another core strategy to be a woman who cannot lose is to play in your own lane, okay? There is something so unique and beautiful about having your own lane because it's yours. No one says you can't iterate and change, but at your core, you have a lane that you've always stuck to. Play in your lane. Make your lane yours. You remove the option of losing when you stop competing with anyone else. I spoke about this in my last video. If there are people who try to distract you from your destiny and from your purpose by trying to swerve into your lane and say, hey, look at me, I'm in a Honda, let's race. I talked about this in my last video. You're a Lamborghini, they're a Honda. They're trying to distract you with competitions and folly because they see that you have a big purpose, a big calling on your life. You are focused, you have somewhere to be. And the one thing that demons hate is a focused person. A person who is determined to get something done, who's removed distractions, who's removed toxicity and bad coping habits and mechanisms. You are focused as hell and you're on your mission and you're on your purpose. People are not going to like that. And so they will swerve into your lane, hoping to compete with you and distract you and take you off of your course. Before I understood destiny swapping, before I understood people doing this, I fell victim to this. I fell victim to an old friend who became jealous and envious of me and was doing a lot of things behind the scenes to distract me and to basically take me off my pivot. And it worked for a little bit. It worked. And that is unfortunately how they operate. They hope that you don't know enough about this type of stuff so that you can't protect yourself, armor yourself, and guard yourself, and gatekeep yourself. They're hoping that you're just clueless of all of these things that we talk about within spirituality so that they can have their way with you and impose their will on your life by distracting you. But the way you win and you never lose is by staying in your lane. Comparison keeps you on the other person's timeline. When you fall victim to comparison and competing with someone who dragged you into a one-sided competition, you're now on their timeline. You're now operating on their reality and their realm. I don't know about you, but I don't like that because I am such a focused person. I am such an independent person that I have my own lane and I have my own life to live. And so if you're trying to distract me and try to bring me into this one-sided competition, you are literally messing with my livelihood. You're messing with my ability to make money, get to the bag. You're playing with my life. And now I'm on your reality and your timing. No way. I can't have it. I will not deal with it. I will not allow someone to take me out of my reality to go live in theirs. They're not the main character in my life. I'm the main character in my life. Another core strategy to be a woman who cannot lose is to have unshakable self-validation. If you're one of those people that clings to the validation of others, I'm here to let you know that has to be purged out of you. If you rely on social media or, friends or family telling you that you're doing a good job, you are already losing. You're already losing. And I can speak like this again because I am one of those women who has lived this. I've lived feeling like if I don't get this amount of likes on Instagram, I'm not good enough. I used to be the type of girl that was like, well, if my parents don't approve of this job or this career or, this creative thing that I'm doing, then maybe I should stop. Maybe it's not worth continuing. If my friends don't clap for me, then maybe I should stop doing this and that. No outside voice has the power to crown or cancel you when you've already crowned yourself. That is something that society hates. So people don't want you to know yourself. They don't want you to like yourself. The society we live in and the world we live in benefits off of you not liking yourself, you not validating yourself. And so if you can unapologetically validate yourself and not allow outside voices or the lack of outside voices to deter you from doing something, being somebody, going after something, you are someone who cannot lose. Someone who constantly loses in life is somebody who shies away from who they are, shies away from their destiny, their purpose, their mission, because they want to please other people, because they want a pat on the back and they didn't get it. That's what the enemy would love. The enemy would love for us to just give up at the first sign of society and people and quote unquote friends and family not supporting us, not validating us. But what if I were to challenge you ladies and say, we need to push past the first wall of people turning up their nose at what you're trying to get done, or being silent and not clapping for you, or telling you that you should try doing something else because this isn't working? What if we were to push past that first wall and break through that first layer of noise so that we can hear our own voices, so that we can hear God's voice and what He has planned for us, so that we can focus on what we believe to be validating for us? I think there's so much power in that. So the third core strategy to be a woman who cannot lose is to lead and not chase. I always speak about this on this channel. I am not a group mentality, pack mentality type of girl. I never have been. And it's gotten me in a lot of trouble with bullies and with narcissistic girls and women. Real leaders set the tone for everyone. Every space you enter, if you're a real leader, if you're really that girl, if you really walk around with bossy energy, you have a bossy personality, you know what I'm saying? Like not in a snide, nasty way, but in a like, I'm sure of myself, I'm confident of myself, and this is just who I am type of way. You are going to always set the tone and the energy anywhere you go. I was watching one of Gracie's videos. Her name is Gracie Draskovich. She made a point saying that people get an understanding of who you are within 7 seconds of you meeting them. All you have is your first impression. You have 7 seconds to relate to somebody and to show to somebody in your body language and how you present yourself that you're no nonsense and that you are also that girl. You know, people determine dominance and determine confidence in somebody that they're just meeting within 7 seconds of meeting them. That's all it takes for them to decide, okay, this person is a threat, this person is someone I'm going to respect, or this person is a nobody. This person is a loser and a sheep just like me. So you set the tone with your bossy leader energy. You aren't in the pursuit of approval, and you build spaces others want to step into. The fourth core strategy to be a woman who cannot lose is to be elegant under fire. Oh my goodness. Ladies, if you can master your energy when someone is being toxic, narcissistic, a bully to you, if they're being manipulative, evil, conniving, if you can master the art of being elegant while you're being sent a lot of daggers and a lot of ugliness from people, you truly have won. And you will win a lot of battles in your life if you can master this. Your ability to stay composed under pressure really disarms a lot of people who are hoping to get a reaction out of you. All you need to know about people is that a lot of people who are low vibrational and who thrive off of hurting other people and feeding off of other people's insecurities is they love getting reactions out of you. They love to get a rise out of you. And so if you can maintain your queen energy when people are literally trying to pull you out of it, you win. And then it becomes fun because you're almost looking for someone to try you again. Like, you know, next time you run into the same type of personality, so you can try it again. So you can see how powerful it is to remain elegant and almost be a mirror for these people. You know, a calm presence wins over chaos anytime. Anytime. And ladies, the final core strategy to be a woman who cannot lose is relentless evolution. You cannot lose if you're always evolving. And I talked about this in another video of mine where I said, you know, people who are competing with you, they will not be able to keep up if you're always pivoting. If you're always iterating and innovating, if you're always coming up with the next thing, you're in the next hobby, you're dating this type of guy, you're doing all these new things all the time. You're always leveling up, leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. You're trying new things. You're keeping people on their toes. You're keeping yourself on your toes, most importantly. You can never lose because evolving is not something that comes easy for every person. A lot of people like the same old, same old. That's why a lot of people are not going anywhere. A lot of people are not going anywhere because they like comfortability. They like to stay the same and they like to run in place. So if you are constantly evolving, people who are trying to drag you down like the crabs in a barrel, they won't be able to because at some point you're going to be so far out of their reach where it's just like, catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. Every season, you grow sharper, you're growing wiser, you're growing more radiant. And it's like people have to literally kill themselves to try to keep up with you if they're in silent beef or silent competition with you. And you'll always know because every time you evolve, they're scrambling to try to do similar things. And this isn't to say that you can't inspire people and it can't be like a genuine, like, okay, I inspire this person. That's great for them. You know, they're doing their thing. I'm talking about people who just never want to give you your flowers. You always get this nasty, like hidden animosity and energy from them. And they're always trying to like compete with your evolution. Like they're taking your evolution personally. Like they look at you leveling up your life as an insult to them. you know? And so they're in this constant race with you that you're not running with them. You just happen to have tunnel vision, and they're trying to trail behind you and pick up the pieces of who you are and what you're doing, because you're constantly leveling up and elevating. This is a sign of someone who cannot lose, because when you are elevating, nothing can stop you. The things of yesterday that used to break you, the things of yesterday and yesteryear that used to stop you, no longer stop you anymore. The things of yesterday and yesteryear that used to put you on your ass and have you crying for weeks and have you losing weight or gaining weight or your hair falling out or your skin going crazy are no longer things that break you to this day. And so that is why evolution is so important, because the devils of the past cannot torment you today. And that in itself is a huge blessing. So ladies, drop down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts down below. What are some core strategies that you use to be a woman who cannot lose? I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share your stories with me there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.